If you're new to this series, these videos are where I summarize what the Trump administration has been doing to higher education and how colleges and universities have responded. Here are the latest developments since the last video, as of today, April 9th, 2025. I've organized items into three categories today: federal level, climate change, and academic responses. There'll be copious links in the show notes. Let's begin at the federal level. Multiple federal agencies are freezing spending on two universities, $1 billion to Cornell University and nearly $800 million for Northwestern. Departments involved include agriculture, defense, education, and health and human services, according to a New York Times report. Similarly, the government is pausing more than $500 million to Brown University. Elsewhere in the government, the Departments of State and Homeland Security expanded their campaign to deport international students. 2 weeks ago, Secretary of State Rubio stated that his team had ended visas for more than 300 students, and evidence for that is appearing in plentiful numbers. There are reports of international students facing visa suspensions from Emerson College, the University of Michigan, Michigan State University, Harvard University, Texas A&M, the University of Akron, and Park University, to name a few. One report found 50 Arizona State University international students losing visas, and there are more. Inside Higher Ed's tracker has 419 students revoked as of this recording, all from 80 institutions. Now, stories about those students have started to appear. Mahmoud Khalil dictated a letter aimed at Columbia University, which that campus's student paper published. Elsewhere, authorities are allegedly denying Rümeysa Öztürk access to her asthma inhaler. In my previous videos, I've paused to read the names of academics seized or threatened with deportation by these offices, the names of people like Mahmoud Khalil and Rümeysa Öztürk. We can add Rasha Alaway, Yunso Chung, Alireza Darudi, Dogokan Gunayadan, Lekha Kordia, Ksenia Petrova, Rajani Srinivasan, Badr Kansuri, Mumadu Tal, and it looks like there will soon be too many to read out loud. Climate change is another Trump target, and one he has gone after in multiple ways. Some of these attacks are now impacting higher education. U.S. Secretary of Commerce Lutnick announced cuts to climate change support for Princeton University. I'd like to draw your attention to two aspects of that official statement. First, it's clearly aimed at climate science and action. That language is throughout the statement. Second, it also makes a mental health argument. Let me read you this. Quote, "The cooperative agreement promotes exaggerated and implausible climate threats, contributing to a phenomenon known as climate anxiety," quotes are in the original, "which has increased significantly among America's youth. Its focus on alarming climate scenarios fosters fear rather than rational, balanced discussion," unquote. Now, on a third level, reactions, there is a lot of academic silence in response to the Trump administration's actions, as well as silence from academically adjacent people and enterprises. But there is also protest, resistance, and more direct actions. Students at several university newspapers told The Guardian that they feared retaliation should they write articles the Trump administration criticizes. As a result, they self-censor. Several major publishers publicly called on Congress to restore the Institute of Museum and Library Services, or IMLS. On a related note, Thomas Padilla, a strategist at Authors Alliance, launched a website to host IMLS stories. Again, there are links to these in the show notes. More than 1,000 academics publicly declared they would not work with Columbia University over its responses to Trump actions. A coalition is planning a day of academic labor action about a week from now, on April 17th. Now, more lawsuits are appearing. The Institute for Higher Education Policy and the Association for Education Finance and Policy together filed suit against Secretary of Education McMahon over cuts to the Institute of Education Sciences. On the financial side, Harvard University, facing the challenges we just noted, is attempting to sell $700 million in bonds to raise funds. We can also point to some emerging digital projects concerning Trump's actions against colleges and universities. The We Are Higher Ed website set up a student deportation tracker, complete with a map. An independent computer programmer made a website called MAGA Collaborators, a site which, quote, tracks the major collaborators and resistors of the autocratic MAGA regime, both to inform contemporary consumer spending choices and to establish a historical record, unquote. It has a tab for schools under which you can find headers and lists for collaborators, capitulators, and resistance. To summarize, the Trump administration is continuing to go after higher education through multiple government offices and in many ways, from funding cuts to deportations and interfering in university autonomy. Academics are feeling the impact across the nation and elsewhere in the world. As one commentator observed, America is at risk of losing a generation of scientists. Members of the American academic community are starting to react in public, from issuing statements and holding demonstrations to filing lawsuits. Deportations of students are still rising. I can't believe I have to say that some students are in federal custody while others are in hiding from authorities, but that is where we are in April 2025. I hope this video summary has been of use to you. Please share your thoughts, additions, and other reactions in the comment box below. If you don't feel you can comment publicly, please reach out to me directly through the contact link at the end of today's show notes. Given the pace of events, I'll try to post these videos more frequently. This is a rough, dark time for those of us in higher education. It seems likely to get worse. I hope we can help each other out and fight. Please take care, everyone.